Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to Learn Love Tarot. If you are new here, normally you would be seeing me record my video. However, today I am trying out my new equipment, my new Elmo. Used to use these for school, so I wanted to see what it was like if you guys could see the spread in real time. And I also have attached below in the description box my notes from today, voila, which are here. And what I found the most interesting today, this is the Path of Hidden Truth for December 7th, 2024. However, whenever you hear this message, energy is cyclical. So know that you are meant to hear the message when you hear the message. What I found the most interesting was this energy of the 12 of Hangman we have going on for the whole month. And then today's date, today's day of 7 is the energy of the Chariot, both water energies here, Piscean energy and Cancerian energy. And then the whole year we've been trying to balance this lemniscate energy of the 8 of the Strength card. And we do have Leo kind of being a little uncomfortable here as Mars goes retrograde for the next a long time, next several months, just even through Cancer and Leo. So that's going to be a bit uncomfortable because through the degrees of Leo that we're moving through, we'll be re-examining the ways in which we feel self-confident and maybe have some challenges to those, maybe even some old triggers coming up to rear their head. Now, with all of this water and fire energy, of course, water and fire make steam. Okay, and I thought of a teapot today, and I started I started drawing these blue butterflies on the tea kettle. And I was watching Wendy's video on my sister channel, The Spiritual View, at the same time. It's called Find the Lesson. And right when I was finishing my last blue butterfly, Wendy said the word pressure. So, and I was like, okay, well, that's what happens when the tea kettle's ready for our coffee or tea, is the pressure goes off and we know the sound that makes. Okay. And then in addition to that, I peeked up to look and see what card she was pulling, and it was this cool Alice in Wonderland energy of her standing in front of this clock, and she had this look on her face. In my notes, I put the link to her video and I'll attach it here as well. It was called Clock Time, and I just found out by a text because I couldn't see it on the video. That was the number 14 card, which is balancing in the energy. It is a soulmate energy. It's a soulmate card. It's about finding our own puzzle pieces of our own psyche to find our peace. And the way that character was looking, it was like she was doing a curtsy. And if you don't know what that is, you'll have to Google it. If you're here, you're probably in my demographic and you know what that means. But I also was like, oopies, because her face was a bit blushed, and it was as if she was kind of caught sneaking a look or sneaking at a peek at her crush. And then I scry into art or cards, really a lot of different things. And I saw, I was like, is that a tuba or a Victrola? I also saw a Mercedes symbol, like a Mercedes driving wheel. And then I also got the energy of hoping to dance. So kind of like old school, courtesan energy of being asked to dance finally. Okay. And I just feel like there's an energy of connection there to her reading. So I definitely want you to have a look at that and use my notes, take a screenshot of that on my community page. Now, as I go through the astrology here, Our numbers today, 12 plus 7 plus 8 is 27. You might be 27 years old. There might have been something that happened 27 years ago in 1997. Maybe you have a child that age. Maybe this is when you were at a school dance even, and you found yourself feeling flush because the person that you were crushing on kind of gave you eyes your way. Now, with that 27, we further reduce that to a 9, which is the energy of the Hermit, Virgo energy. And that's about what we've learned in our journey thus far. In the Fool's journey, he's forced to look at all the mistakes he's made and all of the joys and all of the accomplishments as well, what worked and what didn't work. The sister energy to that is the moon, and that can be illusion or delusion, secrets. It can be it represents our subconscious. So again, it's bringing to conscious what has been unconscious. Now, we were talking yesterday, my gal pals at the Spiritual View, about the birth of our channel. And 2/22/2004 breaks down to a 2/4/8. And I literally woke up at 2:48 this morning, and a reader called The Secret Shaman was on a Leo reading. It was paused there because my night sleep little rain sounds were done, and her title included an unprecedented miracle. Okay. And then when I was writing my notes, just as an aside, if this means anything for you, Mercury was at 12 degrees 12 Sagittarius, and Venus was already at 0 degrees 33 minutes Aquarius. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that 33 number has been popping up quite a bit. Now, the rest of the astrology for today, just in Eastern Standard Time, very early this morning after midnight, Venus did move into Aquarius from Capricorn. And at 4:48 a.m., the moon moved into Pisces. So whenever, for me anyway, especially if you have a lot of water, I was up. This is the time that I was up. I was up from 2:48 in the morning to like almost 4:45, and I could not fall back asleep. And I hadn't realized till I did my notes that was when the moon was moving into Pisces before it finally did. And when that movement happens, it's called void of course. So the moon in Aquarius went void of course at the end of our live last night, our Friday night live at 7:01 p.m. at 24 degrees 25 minutes, and it's squared with Uranus in Taurus. Now listen to this. When the sun is opposing Jupiter retrograde, when that did today at 3:58 Eastern Standard Time, it was at 16 degrees 15. And I got this just a tick off. They're just a tick off. So if that was a minute off of matching that degrees, and this was a minute off of matching these degrees. So it's like just a tick off. So then that brought me back up to here of maybe the timing was just slightly off. Maybe you're just one tick away from some kind of a realization within ourselves of where we can balance. And then that's what brings in the energy of the love we are trying to achieve this lifetime, or that we desire. Also, this is really important here because finally Pisces is getting some direct movement, okay? Because we have Daddy Sadie, the drill sergeant of the universe, making sure we learn our lessons, going direct. And that's at 6:42 p.m. And as I'm recording it, it is 5:42. So that is exactly, that was accidental, but that is 1 hour away. So by the time I'm done with this message, Neptune will have station direct in Pisces. Okay. And that is all about dedication in these 5 degrees. And the Sabian symbol for this is 14. So we round up to the next highest degree. And it's represented by a lady in fox fur. And it's about protecting ourselves from unwanted, intrusive energies. Okay. So even so, with Pisces going direct there and the moon being in Pisces, I want to pull on Venus energy because, like I said, Venus happened to align with Pluto early this morning. And I want to see what's going on there because Pluto is the 180. It's the planet of transformation, like these butterflies. And Wendy's message as well, once we got towards the end, I'm not giving a spoiler alert, but it made my mouth drop. So all of that being said, the questions we are going to be asking today are going to be the overall energy of what's going on for you in the collective. We're going to see what is up with the planet of love and beauty here. What's going on in the loves of the hearts and in the lives of my collective cosmically. So this is the cosmic oracle. Wow, right away. Now walk it out. So there is walk your truth. We have a 35, which is again the 8 energy, that lemniscape of balance. And on the bottom of the deck in your environmental energy, this is encouraging you to turn on your heart light here, spotlighting you, shining the light on you walking your truth, whatever that is. And there's a 3, there's those 3s, the 3 energy of being fearless. So that is tying into my Venus moving into when I was writing my notes this afternoon, Venus being at 0 degrees, 33 Aquarius. And here's our 3. Okay. And if you think about it too, an 8 is just 2 3s put together, right? So now with that energy, we have that crossing there. We've got walk our truth crossed by be fearless. So it's like you're getting some bravery in this Mars retrograde as the planet of war, but also of action and passion. So with that being in Leo, that very childlike energy, the energy of the sun, the energy of the strength, it's the happiest card in the deck. And this might be some kind of spotlight. And then look at that. Your intuition is already telling you what this may be. And I keep hearing turn on your heart light. Is that Tom Jones? I don't even know. Put it in the comments for me if you know. That's really interesting here. How about we scooch these guys up a little bit just so we can see. Okay, we know that that intuition is there, which are 3 3s. There's an 18, and that's our energy of today of the moon, the sister energy to the Hermit. Be fearless, walk up that mountain just like the Hermit it does. And he holds his lamplight, which the star sits inside of, and he looks down the mountain at his journey thus far. And we're being asked here to tap into our intuition, which is not surprising with all that energy in Pisces. We can feel a sense of heightened intuition. We are have an increased sensitivity, and repressed emotions can definitely be coming to our consciousness, like I was talking about. So nice to have spirit back me up here with this. Okay, so we're being fearless and to tap into our intuition and walk our truth. Underneath that, also interesting, the shadow self, as I was just saying, the repressed emotions, that's parts of our psyche, our shadow, that we are triggered by when someone else says or does something and we have an out of balance reaction. And like I said, with that Leo, it could be about our self-confidence. So getting that energy back into balance can really bring this intuition online, especially you might be getting an upgrade there in that area, or you might be just understanding how your intuition has been speaking to you, and you might be working out the signs with your angels. So without further ado, let's find out what is going on. I'm going to do each sign, and I'm going to lay it out just like it is on the zodiacal wheel. And we are going to look at here what is trying to balance in Venus, which is the planet of beauty, love, and abundance of all kinds. What is trying to balance in Venus? So we'll go straight from the top, all 12 signs. Spirit, starting from Aries. We are ready. Okay. We've got Aries is trying to balance Venus. They're trying to balance their joy. This is our third chakra here, and that is represented by Archangel Chamuel. Aries, you might be reconsidering or understanding what really brings you joy. Okay, that is a very childlike feeling. We have that energy of the sun. It's our own personal divining rod of our rib cage here, showing us the way. So what might have been unbalanced, in addition to that, there was another butterfly reference. It was in the Gemini card, on the picture of the Gemini energy, just like we have here, one for each card. It's in the description box. You might want to click on that. That is not the one I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. That was why I wanted to look at Venus, the poise energy. A butterfly, I about spit my coffee out after all the butterfly energy. A butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed. And that is the Sabian symbol. This is about rising above emotionality in order to attain spiritual wisdom. You could have, again, your intuition coming online here. And that's why those butterflies were happening there. We had that square with Uranus when the moon was still there in Aquarius. Okay, so Aries is trying to bring into balance what truly makes them happy rather than what they think they wanted. Maybe that was too much 3D energy using their brain. They were not allowing true happiness to truly guide their way. What about for Taurus here? Taurus, the world energy, that is all about, that's normally the 21 card and the major arcana. Taurus, you're walking towards the end of a pier here where there are lotus flowers in the water, white lotus flowers. It's a dark card, so a nighttime card. That is a 29 or an 11. The 29th could mean something for you. The 10s are the end as far as numerology. They're the dead end because the end is truly a 9. So it's like maybe Aries is balancing by setting down what does not truly bring them joy. They're being more honest about what that is and having an understanding that this is where the light needs to be shined is what brings us joy here. And then Taurus energy, this is the successful completion of a cycle. So what's trying to balance is maybe just getting yourself to this position where you feel like it is a success. So if the right side, that's more right brain thinking, the right wing is more perfectly formed, we need to tap into that left brain energy, that Leo creativity, in order to balance with our Venus energy and beauty, love, and abundance. Then for Gemini, the twins, dualistic energy, no surprise here that is a 2. Looks like Gemini is leaving behind some kind of truth. So Gemini, you may have already walked your truth, because see how her bag here, She is dropping that blue glowing energy representative of the throat chakra. Maybe you've already said your piece. So what's trying to balance in your beauty, love, and abundance energy is deciding where to go to next, and maybe being more firm in your decision. Because Gemini, we can feel one way one day and totally different in the next. I'll try to line that light up with that earth there. So not a whole lot I can do about it. Okay. Okay. So this always looks like Frosty the Snowman to me as well. A happy birthday. So Gemini, I know we do have Jupiter retrograde. And again, we did have the sun opposing that today, being an opportunity for balance. Okay. And it was just one tick off. So maybe there's one last thing you do need to say. We can't kind of just walk away without speaking our truth. There may be something more that you need to say, or it may be that you need to be more firm in understanding what direction it is that you want to take. Okay. Let's go look at Cancer. So rest and rejuvenation energy, that's the 19 card of the sun. And that is about what's trying to balance within you is rest. Okay. What's trying to balance in Venus, what can bring you more balance is slowing down a little bit here. Again, lots of blue and the energy here with communication as far as walking our truth. It feels like Aries just might not truly understand. They think, right? They may think, oh, I just want to work for money, for example, and they may not realize that true abundance comes from being passionate about something. We can't truly find that happiness if we don't feel an inner drive to go toward it. Cancers, what's trying to balance within you is just literally your own energy within your own internal yin and yang. I'm a Cancer stellium in the Pisces house. So, yeah, and I was up all night for several hours and could not get back to sleep. So that's understandable just for me personally there. What about for Leo energy? We have this 4, which is balancing off of Aries energy because it's the sign of the Emperor. And what's trying to balance in beauty, love, and abundance for Leos is happy family, or maybe even what your idea of a happy family is, what it is that truly does light up your heart light. Okay. For that 10 of Cups energy, which is normally the major arcana for the happy family energy, that can sometimes be unrealistic energy. So maybe Leos are just, again, trying in this fire energy to really understand what true happiness is. And maybe it is not this picture perfect ideal, or maybe they're even just trying to balance a family situation or a family energy. That can be any way that you make family, guys. So we should be getting out our zodiacal wheel here, our own chart, so that you can look at each house that these energies are in, because this could be separate advice for each of those houses around the wheel there. Let's look at Virgo energy, walking away. The 27 card, which is the 9 of the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. It looks like you're still holding on to this post. This comes back to my don't look back in anger. This is that reading where there's just one look back. So what's trying to balance is what no longer serves you, Virgo, in beauty, love, and abundance. We have to leave some things behind, and we've got to be fearless when we shine a light on those things that maybe we were comfortable in, even if they were uncomfortable. But Virgos, you are super intuitive, and I feel like you know what this is, and it may even be here with this shadow self energy of, walking away from the parts of our psyche that we used to sabotage our own happiness. And this world energy here, these are both cycles that are completing. Okay, let's look at Libra. Beautiful card here, Libra, the fourth chakra. That is the Leo of the heart opening. And this is understanding to fill our own cup before we can allow that energy to spill out and be shared with others. You could be going on a journey of the heart as well. We're going in columns of energy, fire, and then moving into earth, air, and water. Okay, so what is trying to balance in Venus for Libras? They are the symbol of the scales, but oddly enough, what Libra has trouble doing is, kind of like that Gemini energy. First, I like this, and I like that. It's deciding what we do want, what our heart does want. So you could be trying to balance your head with your heart. Should I stay? Should I go? It's a 38, which is an 11. And we've got 1111 here. Yeah, what truly makes your heart happy. Maybe we are walking away from something where we were over giving and it was depleting our energy. So these energies flow one into another. That's why I'm suggesting you have your birth chart handy there. What about for Scorpios? We have a 10 energy like we did up here with Aries. Scorpio is the fiery water sign. So you may be exhausted from some kind of tumultuousness. So what's trying to balance in Venus for you? This may just be in your house on your zodiacal wheel that holds Scorpio. So maybe there's a storm warning in that life area for you. Or if you have a lot of placements in Scorpio, there aren't any planets there now, but the planets that are currently situated in the cosmos talk to our own birth chart by the angles they form with what's in the sky currently. So those are called aspects. So this could be just in your house of Scorpio, especially if that's in your 10th house. There is definitely, again, this is about the sun energy of our own solar plexus, our joy leading the way. We could just be, not very happy because we're exhausted here. I'm using the universal wheeze. And this would be, this is part of the bridge system, but it is definitely your energy, Scorpio, because Scorpio is co-ruled with Aries because they are both co-ruled by Mars. And then Pluto is your modern planet versus traditional Mars. And that is literally the planet of transformation. So you could have some ish about to blow up here, or you just feel like you're going to lose your cool because you haven't had enough rest. I have a lot of Scorpio in my life, a lot of Scorpios in my life, and that is where my moon is. So, and I know when a Scorpio is done with something, they are ding dong dead done with it. So Scorpios, you may be going through it and maybe you just need some rest. Okay. Maybe this is, for example, if it's in your 10th house of your career and how the public sees you, then, maybe some shit went down for you in that workhouse. But that doesn't need to affect your home life, okay? And maybe that's just affecting you financially. So that would be Venus there with that abundant energy. Okay, let's look here for Sagittarius, which is going to be the 15 card. Speaking of death and transformation here for Scorpios, the 15 card is the card of fear, the devil energy, Capricorn energy. And this is about appreciating the thorns. So the 15 card of the devil is the sister card to the lovers, having to make some kind of choice. Even if, you know, things around us are chaotic or kind of a mess, we still go, you know what? By appreciating and holding gratitude for what I do have, I understand that roses have thorns, but they are still beautiful. You might be coming out of some kind of grief. It could be you were trying to find the beauty in the lesson. You were trying to find the beautiful in the disaster, could be, but simply by holding gratitude, that raises our own vibrational frequency. And just in the land of physics, that's what is then attracted to you, which is our own frequency of energy. Let's look at Capricorns. Speaking of Capricorn, there's the lover's energy back to back. See how it flows from Aries all the way around. So again, this is our earth lane here. And by walking away from what does not serve you, earth signs, all that energy will trine those 3 areas of your chart. If I've made one for you, they're color coded in green. And those 3 green energies are all working together here. They're flowing to each other. So Capricorn, as one door closes, a new door opens. And I think this key here that's hanging with the heart inside of the cage here, there's emotions underneath. The water is calm. There's a lot of red root chakra energy here. And the door to romance is opened because we created space. If we cannot create space, as a reminder to Virgo, if we do not give that fire air, it cannot start in the first place. So all the work, earth signs here, is leading you standing your ground and healing within your own energy. Again, raises your vibration, walking away from what does not serve you, and then energy that is more suited to match your own opens up to you. That is gorgeous. Okay, let's look at Aquarius energy here and the energy of the sun. So as I was talking about here, the heart chakra is represented by Leo energy. And here's our sun card, one of the cards of Leo. This energy here, this is 1/2 of a rectangle making a triangle. 2 triangles make a square or a rectangle. So again, by focusing in, this is the beginning of the whole story, guys, where the wheel starts at 0. By tuning in and understanding what truly brings us joy and what does not over giving, you know, using our voice. There might be one last thing that we have to say in this line of air energy or trine of air, but air signs, you are also, wherever you're going, you are no longer pouring from an empty cup. You're leaving that behind where your voice may not have been heard, and you are jumping in. So it's not just a little tiny blue purse. This is a whole, now you're swimming in it. Okay. And there's the tuba. I was like, is that a tuba on her clock, on Wendy's clock time card? I said in my notes, is that a tuba or a Victrola? And again, I wanted to look at Venus entering Aquarius. So love and abundance much here, Aquarian energy. Again, look at all three houses that hold this energy for you and combine them to see the story there of how that energy is flowing for you. All right, that's beautiful. There's more lotus energy here, new growth, new learning, letting your heart light guide the way. Music, there's a caged bird down here. So the sign that is before you in general has something to teach the next sign. So by this door opening, you've learned, I will never deplete my heart's cup again. I will never give or pour from an empty cup again. What about for Pisces energy? How appropriate. We are in, thank you, Spirit. We are in the moon in Pisces again as of 4:48 this morning. You could even see that as an 88 or a 16 of the tower energy here, which again is Scorpio energy. And we have the sun and the moon with that 19. And then goddess of the moon is about harnessing our emotions and not letting our emotions control us. My question today is, what have we learned on our journey thus far that's been hiding in our moon or hiding in our subconscious? That may be stirring up some ish, but I can tell you at the end, it is worth it. The moon is the card of Cancer, sometimes Pisces, especially for today with the moon being in Pisces. Okay. Wow. I love that Virgo had their 9, Gemini had their twin energy going on here. We have an 11, 11 and 11, and our 1, 37 is a 10. So we've got 3 10s going on here. That further breaks down to 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, so this is in general here, what's going on. Let's look at the, okay. Geez, Pisces. Okay, so this is Archangel Uriel, and she is the angel I ask to guide me into the 5th dimension of esoteric knowledge, or our soul star chakra. Around you, there may be some change afoot here. And I wrote in kind of the lavender energy of dancing, hoping to dance, being asked to dance finally. There was a curtsy and like a little blush or kind of a, schoolgirl feeling. And here's this book that I was seeing with that new life in the Aquarius energy. Again, Venus just entered Aquarius. And this could be, especially like I said, your intuition can be on fleek whenever the moon is in Pisces for you, especially if you have a lot of water or a lot of planets in Pisces. And underneath that, wow, talk about using your voice. This is the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. When you are led by your joy and you are able to speak your joy, not in small doses, but diving right into it and not hiding it, no longer hiding it in the moon about what you've been upset about, or if something is exiting Scorpio, let it go. Okay. Because what's on the other side as the whole story overall, there we go. My question is about what is trying to balance in Venus. And there's water energy here attached to past life soulmate energy of the Lovers, and that sister sign of the Devil. Again, a soulmate card. This is a 12, which is, drum roll please, the Hanged Man, which is Pisces energy as well. Boy, oh boy. And we learn that, guys. We learn about our own selves, and there is the fire and the water. Fire and water make steam. The magician and the mirror. Okay. The Jupiter that I was talking about earlier, being opposite of the sun, is like its own sister sign, right? They learn from each other. And the Gemini energy right now in Jupiter is about the head of health dissolved into the head of mentality. And it's about coming to recognize that our youthful emotions need maturing towards wisdom. And I mean, this is like Merlin energy. He's old as dirt. He understands that every single relationship we have that's a one-on-one relationship, doesn't matter what the label is a mirror to inform us of our triggers, what is hidden in the moon or hidden in our subconscious, our psyche, that needs healing so that we can balance our own energetic frequency. Yeah, that's totally a life strategy, life hack. That energy there, you could be getting messages from spirit with that feather. If you're following along with my Angi-Notes during the day and you take those journal prompts, there's a 3 energy, a trining energy. And again, that 8 trying to balance of the 53, you could be 53. And we also have, I just can't get over that angel of balance right there too. That's incredible. Okay. And we are definitely getting some messages from spirit. She is connected to the soul star chakra and esoteric knowledge, high priestess energy. This can change everything. 41 can change everything. Do we have any 14 or mirrored energy? Okay. All right. 5th chakra, balancing with Merlin, double balance energy there. So let's see what else is up. The next question I'm going to be asking is, what tools, skills, or practices will enable stability for each sign? Okay. So what tools, skills, or practices will enable stability for each sign? All right, trying to get everything in frame, not used to working with such a small space there, but that is okay. All right, what tools, skills, or practices will enable stability for each sign, please? All 12 from the top when we are ready to shuffle here. I like this deck. There is, again, you see the rainbow energy on the top. That is all of our chakras. We're ready to go. Okay, we've got faith and bittersweet here coming out. Again, this energy here of walking away, you know, could be bittersweet, but we know we need to in order to open this door to what we do deserve. Okay, so 1 on top of the under, first 12. So Aries, the tool that you are using is your faith, your understanding that you do indeed have connection. Maybe your guides are talking to you for the first time. This is amethyst energy here that protects you. So it feels like, Aries, as long as you are following your truth, okay, you're letting your happiness, okay, the truth of your happiness lead the way here. You need to understand and have faith that guides are trying to help you. They're trying to take you towards peace and wisdom. But this is out on her front walkway. It's like maybe Aries is stuck inside. They don't yet see what is on offer, because what's trying to balance is them understanding what is for their best and highest good. And that literally is just connected to what makes us happy, guys. It either does or it doesn't. And it may be here What tools Aries needs is to have some faith in themselves. Okay, you do have access to your guides. You do have access to this knowledge, especially with Chiron being in 20 degrees Aries. That is the healer. Okay, that is accessing the mystery of being innocent and fearless in love. Aries is all about attainment and their healing, trying to find that energy of healing. We've also got the North Node in Aries, and that's about being able to see ourselves in the context of being in relation to others. And we see others around us here. We might be feeling very solo. And the North Node, when we are not, the North Node having to balance with the South Node, that nodal lesson that we're all going through as humans until 1/11, until January 11th, is trying to step out of our comfort zone of me, my, and into leadership, okay, and not so much selfishness, or we have to consider what the good of the whole is. We have to consider our soul's journey and what we're trying to accomplish this lifetime, and whether or not we are doing that, because we want to try to avoid that tower that can happen when any of us in one-to-one relationships are too into the me, my. You'll be getting a tower there, Aries, if we don't learn to consider the we more. And I don't think you've also considered that it could make you very happy to help others. Okay, because I don't think, maybe you don't think that anybody else knows what makes them happy, and you don't consider the we because you don't understand what makes you happy. But I think what might make you happy here is finding that balance and not always having to rely on yourself, and being that kind of that honey badger energy of I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it. We are being watched here by our guides. You are trying to be led. And I don't know that you're having the faith in yourself quite yet. That this happy family energy could be yours. We need to be more thankful, Aries. We need to appreciate that no matter what has gone on, there is beauty in that lesson. And then our luck starts to, our shift, our Venus, our beauty, our abundance, our Jupiter energy. All right, for Taurus, that is ending something successfully of a cycle, moving towards their healing. Like I said here before this card, it could be a bittersweet energy. And I'm seeing the two doves of peace here. Bittersweet energy, purple, third eye chakra. And then we have this blue here on the outside of the card relating to the throat chakra. Taurus, you might need some rest and rejuvenation as well. This might be celebrating for a loved one in heaven. They still thoroughly enjoy and honor when we think of them. So if you can light a candle, tell them happy birthday, let them know you care. This could be you moving on to peace, even though you didn't want to fly solo, but this is something about deep healing here. Maybe that is what brings you peace. Maybe you just had, you felt alone, like you were alone on the journey, perhaps, and you've had to walk away from something that you didn't want to, or you lost someone that you weren't counting on losing. And again, this is about being fearless and shining the light on what does need to show itself here, especially if we're ending a cycle of shadow self where we're being too stubborn and not considering the other. Taurus, you've got a large well-lit park as your Sabian symbol right now. Authority, respect my authority. Maybe you're walking away too quickly from something. I feel like you're ending a cycle though, but it is bittersweet. Even though it'll bring you peace, you are going to miss this old way or this old life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. It will benefit you to do that and work towards your healing. Okay. And even celebrate those that have been in our lives if we've had to leave them or they've left us behind. All right. Let's look at Gemini. Look at that green. This is that chartreuse energy. She is kind of the victim of some gossip here. People have talked about you, Gemini. They didn't really know who you were. You also might have had someone in your life pass away that you didn't really know fully. Maybe this Frosty the Snowman with this birthday cake energy. See how they all inform the next. This is about these neighbors completely judging her because everything, her house was chartreuse, her all of her clothes, everything. But then when this character passes away and people are actually visiting her house, they see that she was this amazing artist. So maybe you're walking towards your art. Maybe you feel like your creative energy was not appreciated. Again, a new dawn, a new day, a new life. Frosty the Snowman wakes up each time happy to be there, happy to do so. It's like you're leaving behind it doesn't matter if people didn't know you or didn't hear you, because you're going into a place of creativity where you will be seen and heard, Gemini. Okay, next card would be for Cancer, rest and rejuvenation. What tools or skills? Again, tools for Taurus are going to be the peaceful, the gratitude, the celebration. Gemini, this is going to be tapping into your talents, no matter what anybody else has to say about it. Leave it behind. Doesn't matter what people say. Okay, you're going somewhere new. Cancer, what tools? Cancer, quest. I always joke that when I go off on a tangent, which is often, it's a side quest. Okay. And this is decision time here. That 10 energy is the energy of Wheel of Fortune. Again, the sun, this or that, what makes you happy? This journey energy is going to be guided, maybe even brought to you from your guides here. When you're in meditation, you'll finally understand what your quest is here, Cancer. Again, blue energy with speaking your truth, a lot of blue in this card. Water energy, water and fire make steam. Okay, water and fire make steam. You're using your own voice. It doesn't matter if other people are gossiping. This is like a day and night difference from where you were by using the tool of slowing down, and meditating as a practice is going to help enable stability. Okay, what for Leo? Wow, again. This is that Archangel Shamuel energy. Enlightenment is here for Leo. And see how there's a child there that's like featured on the Sun card of Leo's 19th major arcana. That is trining as well. We could be having our self-confidence tested, Leo, regarding how we grew up or how we became, what kind of things or what ways we saw our own family, whether our parents were confident, how they show that. Did they show that through, humility or ego? Was this, did we have to have everything look a certain way? Enlightenment about why we are the way we are. Why are why we haven't gone towards our joy, perhaps why we haven't had faith in ourselves. Leo, you could be getting your spiritual upgrade as well here, especially as attached to faith and peace, finding our own inner peace. Okay, what tool will help Virgos? Tool, skills, or practices? How about I turn my cards the right way here? Walking away from workaholic tendencies. And again, this painting, this art is being featured here. And this is the student, and the little kind of the blueberry that's a little more dried up is the teacher. Okay. And understanding that we've got to fill ourselves with joy first. And even if it's bittersweet, a lot of this blue here, completing a successful cycle towards our healing, if that involves walking away from someone, or the third party energy could just be work is always getting in the way, or there's a third energy blocking. But Virgo, you are understanding that you need to tap more into your creative potential as a tool. What brings you joy is also going to help bring you enlightenment. Okay, let's look at the tool for our, let's see, Virgo, then Libra energy, our air column, perseverance. So don't quit. Don't quit, Libras. I know it's been a rough 17 months or so. January 11th, that South Node is finally moving out of your sign. And this was a shawl given to this performer by a good friend. And she really believed there were magical capabilities when she wore it. And she kind of gave up too soon here. She, in frustration, threw the magic cape off. This is our passion. This is our creativity. This is something that opens up our heart. So what skills you could use or practices, keep going towards your creative art, or how you create in the world. Whatever your red passion is also tied to this creativity. It turns on your heart light. And if you've been overgiving, then that definitely blocks our creative flow. Okay, so for Scorpio, wow. Okay, this victim energy here, this storm warning. What skills will you need to use is, this card is, again, heart energy. We saw here coming out of Archangel Raphael. This is about not being fooled. Okay, not playing the victim card, not going, letting some kind of upset piss us off, because this dragon is the producer of a play and offers the squirrel a part in the play. However, when he shows up for the part, they're making him play just, the acorn. He's like, but I thought I was getting the part of the squirrel. I thought I was getting a bigger role. So he gets pissed off about it. But instead of quitting, instead of throwing a fit, it ends up being that the agent was in the audience anyway. Whether or not you're the acorn or the bigger part, it doesn't matter. You need to just take that part and roll with whatever you are given. Okay, don't show your butt here in front of an agent or in front of someone important. It feels kind of like this is warning you to watch your words here, because that 10 energy of Wheel of Fortune, that can take your chance that you were offered and turn it the opposite direction. You could lose this offer. You could lose this chance. If you're thinking this role is too small for you, or you're too good for something, You could be the cause of our own, in the Scorpio, again, Scorpio part of your chart. If that is your career and public role house, I mean, this is the story, is literally, well, this wasn't the part I was told I was going to get, but he doesn't quit anyway. He just becomes the best damn acorn that he can be. And he gets the next part because the opportunity was still there, but his attitude wasn't. Okay. So I feel that will behoove you there. I don't feel like this tower has happened yet. It's because it's a storm warning. Okay. If you see lightning, or if this is resonating for you, look at wherever Scorpio is in your chart, and that will be able to help you see where there may be an opportunity kind of hidden from you, or you don't think it's a good opportunity, but it actually is. All right, down here for Sagittarius. Woo-wee. Man, this fire line is looking really nice. This is every single card, you guys. This is the ancestors, and this, 1, 2, 3 now. There's a trining energy of peace on offer here. You are trying to be led by your guides into a more peaceful way. There's a sort of truth, kind of also looks like a needle and thread, which in another deck, instead of holding a sword, the feminine King of Swords is holding a needle and thread so that she can choose the stars from the sky. This is on offer here. Empress energy. You could be creating something that you didn't know you even had an opportunity to do, simply because you were holding gratitude and seeing the beautifulness in any kind of mess or thorns or brambles. And if you notice over here, there's a whole ass rose bush. So there's more beauty where that has come from. It's just like some of the brush needs cleared, and we really need to hold on to that gratitude instead of fear or dissatisfaction or feeling chained to, I'm just, everything's a hot mess. Well, the opposing energy is the Lovers. The 15 is a 6, the 33 is a 6. Okay. 15 of the Devil, the 6 of the Lovers energy. This is past life soulmate energy. So I feel like this is preparing you for your next adventure by simply stating what it is that you do appreciate, your truths, your own peace, what that means for you. What does happy family look like? That is not perfect. Okay. Nobody's is. And the fact that you do have a big opportunity here to change things in your favor. 37, again, with that 10 energy of the Wheel of Fortune, you can reduce that to a 1 and be the Magician and have all 4 aces of opportunity by by listening, slowing down to listen, because enlightenment is trying to be on offer here, offered to you. Okay, Capricorn. Door to romance and passion, you go from red to orange, and there's red and orange here. Like Libra, don't lose faith here, Capricorn. You just had your sign leaving Venus, and you also had big time energy since 2008 was in Pluto, the planet of transformation. So Capricorns, it's kind of like debt free here. You already transformed being in that sign, you only have Pluto and 3 or 4 signs that show up in your chart in your entire life, because Pluto can be at each sign for a hot minute. It was in Pisces of Capricorn since 2016. Yep. 2008. So for the last 16 years. And now we're going to be in Aquarius for the next 20. So door to romance comes, Capricorns, from you tuning into your passions, your happiness here. There's that yellow sun. The sun is shining. And this is about using your talents anyway. So this is a card about this princess whose parents, whose kingdom did not appreciate her talent for writing. She didn't care. She went and wrote her novel anyway, and then she just shared it with people who wanted to listen. There's always, if you have a passion for something, that opens up all kinds of doors, guys. You cannot keep your passion caged. Maybe it's just a new way. You were always taught that you had to do what you were told. And I mean, definitely Capricorn energy is that father energy, that patriarchal energy. And this is just opening you up, kind of being unleashed from that Pluto energy. Earth signs, remember that would have been trining in your chart. So this may be that energetic feeling of that's over. That cycle is complete and it's successfully completed. It's bittersweet. I don't have to do it again. I can walk away from that kind of old patriarchal way of workaholic, being a workaholic, because my worth was, told to me or based on what money I brought home. And that's just not the case. We have plenty of other ways to earn income. As long as there's passion for it, then boy, oh boy, the sky is limitless. The bottom is bottomless. Maybe you're getting bottomless. I don't know. That's not my business, Capricorn. Okay, let's look at Aquarius. What y'all happy about? Oh, okay. Maybe you're happy to be by your damn self here, Aquarius. This is the same blueberry here that was at art class and going to live a little. Going, you know what? I can walk away from being a workaholic and I want to celebrate a little bit. I am letting go of being small and having my voice stay small and based on fear of what other people would say. Bookending this energy, trusting that you do not have to overgive of your heart. And look at that 111. January 11th, we move out of Aries and Libra nodal axis lesson into Pisces and Virgo. And that is about how to balance our spirituality with the practical 3D, how to incorporate and balance both. So Aquarius, you might have to persevere here. You might have to listen to some bullshit. You might just have to spend some time alone, but you know what? It's well deserved. You can still go out and celebrate. Don't just let that tux sit in the closet, while you're working your ass to death. Life is here to be lived, and it's about being happy, diving into how you feel instead of playing it small because you're afraid of what people would say, and you're afraid that your passion and your creativity will not, will isolate you. She's by herself. Does she look unhappy to you? Hell no. It's time to celebrate here, Aquarius, especially with the planet of love, abundance, and beauty moving into your sign. Finally, Pisces energy, what tool here? The tool of service, the practice of service. How can we help others when we harness our emotions and are no longer allowing them to control us? We are in control of what's hiding in our moon. We've worked through the shadows of the subconscious. We've been on this journey. It's been a long one. And even if, okay, she's there being of service to this woman, she doesn't even know because her own family is not by her side. but this lady is. You have big, big hearts, Pisces, very compassionate. You are using those empath skills, that emotionality to, be of service to others, which is going to, which is a quest. This is going to be life-changing here. It's going to be life-changing, Pisces, especially the next 18 months of, with that north node pulling. It's the north node of destiny. It's where we need to step out of our comfort zone. And, this could be even being over service, like always giving to everyone else. But here it's about, is it in your heart to do so? Does it feel emotionally good for you to do that? This victim energy here in the middle, that water trine in your whole chart, we've got 3 life areas that this energy is affecting. It feels like people don't expect you to be like, I'm fine with being the acorn. I know I'm going to get my opportunity regardless of what part I play. And because it's fun, and because, maybe the producer was a friend of yours and somebody quit and you're like, I'll jump in and I'll help. And it takes you on this side quest into a world you never even realized was available to you, and ends up bringing you that 19 of pure joy and happiness. You never know where a side quest is going to take you, guys. You never know. And the cattails here are cattails. That's very interesting. And it's like, you know what? No matter what, Pisces just is like the Duracell bunny. They just keep going. They just keep going. They got shit to do. We've got a side quest to be on. We're not playing the quiet victim at all. We are seeing the opportunity, and especially by harnessing our own emotions here and not letting them control us any longer. That is absolutely what connects us up into that esoteric realm of sacred knowledge. Could be even the judgment call that you're making is to finally go on the quest that you want to go on, instead of always being of service to others. Now you're the guru, the shaman, and the guide, because you put yourself first. And that may shock other people. It may not be the role that they played, that you played in their life. Okay. But this balance is here, guys. And this is, this can even be, look at that eclipse. This can even be this past life soul tie that brings us this energy of the door to romance. This is all one story. It's not just, 12 separate pieces. That's why I don't do timestamps. It's all a story. We have this whole story in our own charts. It just depends on where our fire trine is, where our earth trine is, where our air trine of energy, and where our water trine of energy is. And by us tapping into and balancing those emotions, our inner storminess, taking time for ourselves, not always doing for others, no longer going, you know what, I always get left out, or I always am on the bottom of the pack and I'm the last one, that gets the benefit. Well, that could be a wound. That's somebody has shown you that mirror for a reason. You're waking up and seeing this now for a reason. And it's so you can understand that is a skill that we have to utilize, is putting ourselves first in order to be able to harness our own emotions for this balance. What an interesting story here, guys. Pay attention to the numbers as well. All numbers carry a vibrational frequency, and they all mean, when you reduce them down 1 through 9, they all mean something different. Can't make it up. What's on the other side? What's in the environmental energy here? This is joy, Leo. These sunflowers, you usually see sunflowers on the king, queen, page, and knight. So the court cards, it signifies loyalty. And this is loyalty to self first. What makes me happy? What brings me joy? Doing that shows us that we do indeed have guides helping us along the way. It may require us all to move, away from energies where we could not use our voice, or losing someone, or in order to walk away towards our own peace. We may still miss them very much. We can still celebrate them and thank them for the lessons they had to teach us, because they showed us what in ourselves was broken. They held a mirror for us, and that shows us where our passion really lies, raising our vibrational frequency to bring in love and joy of the same energy. Look at that, and growth. Wow, wow, wow. And it's not about being perfect, but look at all that red passion brings in that soulmate energy. Wow. And it does mean, guys, leaving some things behind. My poor puppy was sick all day today. She threw up 4 times. And Jen's little puppy wasn't feeling good either. It's like, I don't know what is going on in the cosmos that would where the animals are feeling sensitive to that. Interestingly, with the sun and Sagittarius, my numinous deck, astrology deck, we've been seeing lots of horses and roses. They're called the Voyager. And we have that journey starting here. Once we find that happiness and joy, taking that trip and ending successfully an old cycle so that we can heal from it. We get to go on a voyage to our true selves, to our true self. Mastery grows through the remembrance of sacredness. All this fire energy, talking about our guides, our ancestors, known and unknown, who love us unconditionally. Make sure that you are clarifying that when you are asking for your protection. Joy's here. It's how we focus on it. So this is opening here in the grounded or earth portions of our chart. And we just need to, in the air parts of our chart, leave behind anything, any fears about what other people would say, any anxieties we have about sharing what our passion is, our creative energy from our heart. Stop selling ourselves short and fill your own cup first. Do what makes us feel happy. And then in that water energy, this quest, this side quest that we did not expect to be going on, where we go through some trials and tribulations, but we make the most of it. We make the most of it. We see that even though that it has thorns, at the end of the day, it's still a beautiful rose. Okay. We are not the victim here. We make of it what we can, and then that brings our passion, brings the opportunity regardless, and especially using that energy and harnessing our own power in that side quest to help others. Okay, let's get you out of here with a piece of advice for each of the fire, earth, air, and water elements. So what advice do we have here, Spirit, for fire signs? What advice do we have here for fire signs? Be fearless in walking your truth. If you're afraid telling other people that you have guides or that you hear things like in Wendy's video, oh my gosh, that was all the talk this morning, because at the end of the video, that's why I want to link it too. You clearly hear, she was by herself in that house, and you clearly hear a man's voice saying, bye-bye. Oh my God, I just got chills all the way down both arms, down my neck, and down my legs. It was crazy. Could not believe it. That was nuts. Intuition, be fearless, guys, and walking your truth. That's what your soul's come to do here in the first place. All right, fire signs. You got two. The miracles are endless. And then again with the fire energies, that joy. Okay. 15 again. Do not fear. Don't let fear keep you from the lover's energy, keep you from seeing yourself. The miracles are endless. That loyalty, okay? Loyalty to follow your joy. Wow. Speaking of Wendy, where we all started with the teapot and the butterflies on the teapot, transformation is beautiful. Look at all the blue butterflies. You can't make that shit up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Loving that. That is crossed by, stop it. Eagle Spirit 23. Spirit has your back. Every single card. Your tools, skills, and practices involved your guides, fire signs, in the fire areas of your chart. Wow. That would be my first, fifth, and let's see, Aries 9th house on my chart. I'm just getting an ear squeezy on that. Wow. Miracles are endless. We definitely have some miracles I can't wait to share with everybody as far as the spiritual view. So all right, earth signs, not surprised. Time to collaborate, finding the missing puzzle pieces of our own psyche in order to find peace. That may mean collaborating with spirit, collaborating with peace, collaborating with our passion or a group. This collaboration is the energy of 14, which was the clock time number. I asked Wendy, I don't remember if I told you that, but that is temperance energy of the puzzle pieces to find our peace. Tempering lead into gold. The doves of peace much. Yeah. Be peace. Here we'll take that 21, that this could be arriving by 121, certainly. Especially we have those nodes shifting on 111. Virgo, that's going to be pulling you away from your way of being, out of our old habits and into a more spiritual sense of self and practice. Let spirit be your guide. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. Okay, we got to be peace in order to attract peace in those earth areas of our chart. Make peace with something old that needs healing or we're walking away from in order to open that new door to romance. Okay, advice here from Spirit for our air signs. What's our advice for air signs here? Other than don't give a damn. Keep going. If it makes you happy, it makes your creative spirit light up. Okay. And it is in balance, that balance of the nodes. The goal is independent autonomy. Okay. Not isolation. This is about independence, but within committed partnerships. Okay. No codependency. That would be the south node of Libra trying to pull you back, let your past hold you back there. All right. Air signs. Unusually, that is unusual for air. There we go. Time to heal. Yeah, whatever this was, it definitely felt a little ouchy here, as far as this could have been a surprise to that other people didn't believe in our talent, our dream, or had something to say about it. But this is someone, this change, this double fives, time to heal. It's time to shed this old skin and step into really what our heart, it feels like an overgiving energy, because our voice was so small. It was, there was so much fear there about what other people would say. And maybe we isolated ourselves and just haven't felt much like celebrating. It's time to heal that here, air signs, wherever that is in your chart. And we're tying back over to this fire energy. There's the not giving a shit honey badger. Be fearless and bold. Said get out the tux. Stay connected to your passion. Get on stage anyway. It does not matter what other people freaking say. And there's our 33 air signs. 0 degrees, 33. It's on my notes where Venus was when I was finishing up my notes today. That's beautiful. And in the vein of, I said we've been seeing the horses a lot with Sagittarius, and that was a connection over to here with these sunflowers and the fire energies. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Fire of that Voyager, the Voyager. Okay, water signs, going on a side quest to your joy here. And taking the opportunity, doesn't matter how small it seems. Love is all around in your water areas of your chart. This can even be amongst a storm. You are harnessing your moon energy. And there it is again of this. I drew that picture. I said, is it a tuba or a Victrola? And you still are wondering here on both of these pictures, is it a tuba or is it a Victrola? Love is all around. Beautiful water signs. Look at that green energy. There is an agent or a producer. There's an agent in the audience anyway. It doesn't matter what part you're playing, as long as it's not Polly Pissy Pants. And you are meditating, be willing to go on a side quest and just be curious about where it's going to take you. Okay. And using, then harnessing that energy, harnessing that love, even when their own family won't, and sharing that with others. Family is who you make it to be. Water signs, more green energy of the heart, clear out the clutter. And I was saying that I think over here in Earth, we've got to create space in order for that fire to burn, for that fire to have any air so that it continues to burn. This is the full energy of taking a leap of faith. It's a 28 card. I know we had a 28. I forget where that was, but regardless, it is a 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. Take the part anyway, even if it's not as big as you wanted it to be. Okay, don't boo-hoo about it, or else you will seem ungrateful here. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, because the opportunity is still there. Okay, the opportunity is still there. And this ball, why am I? There's something about that. I feel like I saw that in another card here where there was like a crystal ball. I could be thinking of another card. Water signs holding the crystal ball. Not surprised. Again, Pisces is moon is in Pisces. So again, you could be very, very, your intuition's on fleek. Trust it, especially if you have a lot of placements in that water trine in your chart. And give with grace and gratitude. Yeah. Take the part anyway, even if it seems small. It's not. Okay. It is 61. That's a 7. That is blessed by spirit. This is some kind of a lucky break. And it may, others may not like it, but as long as you're willing to go on this side quest, okay, there's still love to be found here, guys. Okay. All right, that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed seeing the table view of this reading. It's a little different for me. It's the first time I've ever tried it this way. Please let me know how you liked it. Overall, again, this is all about being fearless and shining that, turning on your heart light and your joy and happiness, following your intuition, and knowing, just expecting it, that that's going to involve some shadow work that is going to pinpoint at what point of our journey we may have lost our sense of self-worth. Doing so is going to open up that third eye and offer this beautiful, beautiful transformation. Okay, guys, that's it from me to you. Much love from me to you, and goodbye for now.